back, broadcasting live from the Hesselson studio, and in that studio, Sheriff Jim Allard. Good morning.
Good morning, Frank. It's a beautiful day in Steuben County.
Speaking of beautiful, the weather has been beautiful for. How's the garden?
The garden looks awesome. They got it all planted last week.
Okay.
And it's landscape fabric, and all the plants are up through, and they're watering it, and it looks like it's going to be a good year right now.
Yeah. How? Anything new this year?
Normal. Strawberries was new this year, yeah. That was a new one this year.
We'll have to get pictures this year. I always talk about it, but we'll have to get pictures.
Yep.
Now, recently you had the Law Enforcement Memorial Service. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. How'd it go?
Went really well.
Yeah, I heard great things. Kelly Fitzpatrick was on the program a couple weeks ago, and she said it was real. As always, it's such an amazing event.
Well, it is, and it's it's sad that we have to do it, but it's good to. I look at it as one way to let the families know no one's forgotten.
Right.
And that there's still people out there that care.
Yeah. Who was it that performed?
So it was
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
the undersheriff's daughter.
Oh, how perfect.
Yeah, she's in, I think, 3rd or 4th grade. She was nervous as could be, but she pulled it off. She did a great job.
That's the best. I mean, the whole thing is so touching, and taps, like we talked about in the past, forget it. No one look at me when taps.
Yeah, taps,
when they perform.
Yeah.
When the young kids, it's just.
It was amazing.
The more the young people are involved, the more, I guess, the more special the event is, but also the more difficult it can be.
It is, and she was going to come up and sing, and she goes, "Can I sing standing next to my mom?" I said, "You sing wherever you want to, sweetie. We're all good."
Yeah, I can't blame her.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So of course we've got to start. We got a lot about the New York State budget, and I know we've kind of joked in the past that I'm always nervous. I'm sure you're really nervous when the talks start, because think about how delayed it was. We go April 1st. It was 56 days late.
Yeah.
You never know what kind of damage can be done behind the scenes because we don't know.
No one knows what. Even when you talk to Senator O'Mara or Assemblyman Palmisano, they don't know.
No, we had Joe Semplinsky on yesterday, and I said that's one of the problems in the media side of it is that you can't report on it after it passes because we don't know what's in it.
No, until it's printed.
Yeah, until it's printed. So as it's unfolding, as we at this point learn more, it's got to be troubling what you're seeing when it comes to ICE.
Well, it is, and frankly, pun intended, it's ridiculous because what it's doing, it's outlawing all of the contracts in which we get reimbursement for assisting.
Right.
But then in the other section of the budget where it says no municipality can assist ICE, it says except for police, peace, and county jails. Yeah. So it's going to be pretty much business as usual for us. We just won't get reimbursed for doing it. So when you look at counties like Orange County, that a tremendous amount of their budget is due to reimbursement for housing federal inmates, primarily ICE inmates. This is going to be devastating to them, but they're still going to do
the
it.
Job.
Yeah, but they just can't have a contract to get reimbursed. It's just so ridiculous.
Yeah. And we talked last time, is the person still visiting to see if you have anybody there?
Oh, yeah, every month.
Every month.
I don't know if I told you this, but Captain Mills is on a statewide committee to revamp the curriculum for the corrections officers' basic academy.
Okay.
And every month or two they meet, and it's at a different location depending on who's on and it was in Steuben County, and one of the commissioners of corrections was there, and I asked her, why is this occurring?
Yeah.
Why are we wasting taxpayer money to have a guy drive down and back? And she said, oh, it's a good idea. That way we can improve that you don't have any. I said, well, you already know that. We report that.
Yeah.
It's a daily report that you get on who we have housed.
Do they not trust you? Do they think that you're secretly hiding these people?
I don't know. I don't know.
That seems like the lamest excuse they could come up with.
I said to her, this is the biggest waste of taxpayer money not the biggest one I've seen
I think that's
Albany,
the budget.
but yet again, another waste of taxpayer money.
But go back to this too, and I keep quoting this, and of all people, it's James Carville, but he said that the Democrats are turning this abolish ICE. It's starting to sound very similar to defund the police. As we head to the midterm.
Oh, it's all connected.
Yeah.
And it's all the same people.
Yeah. And,
I know that different counties have reached out to the Department of Justice to say, hey, you're going to have to step in. And what I'm hearing from one of my fellow sheriffs that has a personal relationship with Tom Homan is that they've been planning something since March, and they're ready to take action and do their job and get their job done. Which then, if you're anti-Trump, then it's, oh, here comes ICE to be the fascist big brother, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And if you're anti-Hochul, then it's like, well, you just caused this to happen.
You open that can of worms. And it's not as if Tom Homan hasn't been saying it
all along,
and she keeps laughing at it, but something has to be done. I don't see a Tom Homan or even President Trump watching this and saying, okay, well, what's done is done.
Well,
that's not their style.
And again, you look at, so Steuben County entered into a contract with the federal government. How can the state, when their home rule does exist,
exactly,
how can the state come in and say, you can no longer contract with this entity because it's politically not popular?
Right. Well, just not popular amongst themselves too.
Right.
You know, that's the problem. It's
but I just think it's a gross overreach into home rule.
Yeah.
And I know several counties. Rensselaer County was very outspoken that they're going to fight it in court. Nassau County is obviously going to fight it in court. So I think you're going to see several counties take this to court, probably as a group. And, you know, we have 90 days to kick it to the curb.
Yeah. I also have a problem with the mask ban.
That's ridiculous, because when you look at it, there's carve-outs for tactical operations, undercover operations. So it really does nothing but makes this big political statement.
That's it.
It achieves nothing.
And if you really want to take a moral stand on something about face masks, they should have done it when it was an anti-Semitic protest in New York City.
Correct.
Where people were on the subway literally intimidating Jewish residents.
Yeah.
And remember, Hochul at the time said she was going to look into it.
Yeah.
A year later, she looked into it, but it's against ICE.
Right. Well, in all law enforcement.
Yeah.
That's
right,
what it
true.
said. All law enforcement. Well, you know, when our SWAT team deploys, they wear coverings.
Yeah.
Because they're going into places where, it could be fentanyl, it could be any number of bad things.
Sure.
But also, they don't want to get doxxed.
No.
You look at what's going on social media with Ithaca right now.
Yeah. It's horrible. And I saw that. That's another thing. That's the end game for this, is to be doxxed. I mean, how else can she justify this decision?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And this notion that police have to be able, that if you're a police officer, you've signed up to be stalked and abused and followed around and have your finances attacked, and it's the most ridiculous backwards notion out there. But that goes right along with defund the police and no ICE and no masks, and all of this is tied in to attacking law enforcement in general.
Have you seen, because I know in the past we talked about it where there was protests at the legislature or protests at your, has there been anything like that in regards to ICE lately?
No, there's still a few folks that come up and say the exact same thing they've said before. Yeah. There's still a few of those that go to the legislature, but less. Now, me having said that, they're going to have to rally.
I know. I shouldn't have said
and
anything.
Get more.
Sorry.
But
they'll come up with another detention center being built somewhere.
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't
that's
know.
how they rallied them last time, with an outright lie about a detention center being built in Steuben County.
Yes.
If you have to rally your supporters by pushing a lie, that's not a good sign for your movement.
And if you're afraid of the truth, then you got real big problems.
Yes, exactly. All right, we better take a short break. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Frankly Speaking here on WYDC TV. Big Fox. The Frankly Speaking Roof Cam, brought to you by Boss Security in Horseheads. Contact them today for all your business and home security needs. We are back, broadcasting live from the Hesselson studio. In that studio, we have the sheriff. All right, we got a couple of things. Hey, there's an update from the county, but we'll save that till the end. We'll save that till our last break. But on a big update, stay with us. Hey, this animal app, what's the word I'm looking for?
Animal Abuse Registry.
Thank you.
Yes.
There's been a big talk. We had Kelly Fitzpatrick on. I've heard a lot of other people talking about it.
Yep.
And let me ask you, we talked about this quickly off the air. There's been a lot of animal abuse arrests lately. Do they coincide?
You would think that if we were great at marketing, you would, right?
I know. Day one, you had a couple arrests.
Yeah. So we took that over, Christmas. 5-6 years ago, we took over the investigations of animal cruelty, and it kind of goes in spurts. Now that the weather's nicer and people are seeing animals out and about, they're calling and making anonymous reports, and and we have an investigator who's highly trained in these cases, and most of them go through her. And she will go and she'll get a search warrant so that she can remove the animals legally and get them the treatment they need at the Humane Society or the SPCA, and then get the documentation from the veterinarians that they need to have for prosecution, and then she will actually drop the charges. So it's usually quite a process when she does these, or when any of our folks do these, but we've got it down to a pretty good practice. So a lot of times these drag forever in the courts too. These cases do.
So it just happened to hit around the time of the app.
It really did, yeah. It had nothing to do with the app, and you know, we're lucky we have the sheriff's app, and there's a push right now.
We sure are.
Well,
I love the sheriff's app.
so when the county asked me about housing this registry and upkeeping it, I went to the company that has the app in Niagara County Sheriff's Office. Already has it built.
Oh, perfect.
They already have the policy. They already have the procedure. So it was an easy plug and play, and I didn't have to recreate the wheel. It was a pretty good lift.
We don't want anything messing with that app.
No,
That
leave
app's-
our well, and right now it's going to go. Every county is going to have the sheriff's app now because of the victim notification portions of it.
Okay.
So every county is going to have, every sheriff's office in New York State will have the app by the end of the year.
Well, and it is really, I know I joked, I check it every morning to see who's got arrested, but there is a lot to that. It is there's a very helpful app. So people haven't checked out for themselves. But going back to the animal abuse app, what's the reaction been overall? It seems pretty positive.
It's been very positive, yeah. And you know, obviously the advocates for it are saying it's about time.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
we've been trying to get this for 10 years.
Right.
And, you know, I think for us, the logistical part is with the Clean Slate Act and all of that, is monitoring it to make sure that we're in compliance.
I didn't even think about that, the clean slate. All right, comment from a viewer. Good morning, Sheriff. Given that many of these anti-ICE protesters come from other states, and this is probably in reference to New Jersey, if they were to commit a crime while protesting, it would seem that said crime would be premeditated. Given that, is there a subject to harsher penalties?
No, not necessarily. It depends what it is. If somebody commits any crime due to someone's gender or religious belief or any of that, it's a hate crime, and that takes it up a notch. But you know, everything is based on the action and the intent. So that's how we deal with it. And luckily we haven't. You know, I kind of poke a little bit fun at some of our protesters here, but we've been incredibly fortunate with them not being violent.
Did you see, though, and this is not related to the app or anything like that, did you see at the national level in Oregon, they're going to ban, with the animal abuse, farmers are going to be involved and hunters?
Yeah, I saw
Talk about
that.
a slippery slope. That makes you nervous, doesn't it? All right, we better take a break. Then we'll maybe find out about the county. I got some other important stuff to talk about, though. We'll see. We'll stay with us. We'll be right back. Wrapping up. So get your questions in. The Frankly Speaking Roof Cam, brought to you by Boss Security in Horseheads. Contact them today for all your business and home security needs. We are back, broadcasting live from the Hesselson studio. In that studio, we have the sheriff. A couple last things before we wrap up, and then we'll wrap up with the county as the icing on the cake. All right, staffing. How's staffing?
So it's getting better. We've been able to hire more in the jail, and you know, I go around to town boards and speak with folks, and one of the things I keep hearing is we want more deputies. So we did an analysis last year where we recommended hiring 13 more deputies over a 5-year period. We're going back in July to the legislature with more data to justify that, and it's pretty easily justified with the county the size of ours and with finances as they are to do 2 a year for 5 years. That's what we're recommending, 2 new positions. So we'll be putting that together. Our new records management system is amazing in the data that we can mine from it. And when you think about how this job has changed over the last 10 years and all of the added responsibilities that our deputies have due to emergency protection orders and an increase in evictions and all of the things that they do, it's really a logical next step to be able to get them a little more help on the road. So we'll be doing that in July at the PSNC and in the full edge to put that plan in action.
And then we also have to ask about this, the wellness camp. How's everything going?
It's going so good. 2 weeks, we're having our first training.
Really?
Wow. Yep. We're doing, it's a week-long training. It's called the HERO program. It's the FBI resiliency, train the trainer, which is 3 days, 1 day on mental health first aid for first responders, and 1 day on the science of substance use. Yeah. And we're already full.
Wow.
It's we're holding it at Keuka College.
Okay.
And spending a day at the camp.
Yeah.
So that everybody can see it.
We're talking to Keuka College next week about this.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
We're excited to partner with them on a couple fronts. One is that they're being great partners to work with, but the other is that we want to track the data as we continue these wellness programs. We want to be able to, in 5 and 10 years, have the data. Almost got it. Have the data.
Almost made.
Have the data collected so that we can show the effectiveness of what we're doing.
And there's no doubt it's going to be effective. It's just nice to have in hand.
It is.
Now, how's it been going? Because I know we've talked about fundraising in the past and all that. How's that?
It's still going.
Yeah.
It's going well. I mean, people are reaching out, and we just had the Snyder Foundation up in Wayland did a very nice donation. Bright Computing in Rochester did a very nice donation. So they're still coming in, not as fast as I'd like to see, but it's still coming in. And again, we're doing programming the week of the 15th, and we're also doing a retreat there in September where it's going to be a rustic retreat, wellness through jiu-jitsu.
Of course.
Well, it ties in for what we do.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Right?
It'll be a good time.
And it's going to be so nice as the summer hits and being able to be up there in the beauty.
Yeah.
Just the serenity.
Just the relaxing.
Yeah.
Just to hear the waves hit the shore is relaxing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No better sleep. Okay. What's new on the county? Anything new at the county?
So we did have our in-person appeal last week. It did occur. We'll have to wait probably 2 months typically to get the decision.
It's not laughing at them. It just seems everything's 2 months.
I know,
6
but
months,
it's one step closer to being able to close the door on this.
Yes.
But it did occur.
It did occur. Well, and now we wait 2 more months. So
right.
Well, I mean, all things considered, it's better to at least have some progress happening, like you said, so we can just end the darn thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. There was me trying to keep people hooked, and I knew the whole time we had no updates. How unfair is that?
Well, it was an update.
Yeah, it was technically.
It's progress.
It was technically. Before we go, the golf tournament's coming up.
It is in August. Yep.
Yeah. Summer's
We're excited.
Here.
I know.
It's crazy.
The fair will be here soon, and
Emily's Challenge is going to be there again.
Yeah. Early voting.
Early voting.
Early voting for the primary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? And June 23rd is a primary.
Yep.
Small, basically local elections. Democrats have a couple interesting things, but
yep.
I'm excited in primary time, and we have just a second. It's nice to see people getting active.
It is.
I mean, we haven't had primaries like this. Last year there was primary. It's just kind of nice to see people saying enough of sitting on the sidelines. We're going to get involved.
Right. No. Well, and that's what we need. You know, when people don't get involved, then folks that have bad intentions or have every freedom to run with them. That's why I'm so hopeful that the statewide elections are very well attended in November.
I agree. We have Saritha coming already tomorrow for Attorney General.
I've heard her speak. She's
does
sharp.
A good, I know.
She is sharp.
I'm a little nervous about the interview because she's very smart.
She is.
I think she teaches what Columbia, I want to say, and then
and she's
went
a federal
to Harvard.
prosecutor.
Yeah. She's got an amazing background. We're going to hear from her tomorrow. But you're right. Lakeman, I think he's doing a much better job. He's getting his voice out there a little bit better. The whole ticket would be an amazing ticket, but we got to do something.
Yeah.
So we don't have to have this conversation every year around budget time.
Well, and that's just it. You look at what happened with the budget, and we can't not do something.
Hey, perfect way to put it. Well, Sheriff, thanks for being on the program this morning. Want to do it again soon?
Anytime, my friend.
All right. Good luck with the garden.
I'll try to be a little more timely next time.
Nah, that's all right. Get us some pictures of the garden, though.
I will.
All right.
I will.
We'll
I'll
see
get
it
you
progress.
some, and I'll send them to you.
All right. Join us tomorrow for Frankly Speaking. As we said, Saritha is going to be on the program.